serial killer is scheduled to be executed tonight at Georgia's State Prison in Jackson at 7 p.m. Carlton Gary is known as the stalking strangler, a killer who raped and murdered 7 women in Columbus, Georgia in the late 1970s. 11 Alive Chief Investigator Brendan Keefe is live just outside the prison in Jackson with an exclusive interview of the condemned man.
And Melissa, this is the interview the Department of Corrections did not want you to hear. We asked to interview the convicted serial killer, but the state turned down those requests. Carlton Gary reached out to 11alive.com investigator Jessica Knoll, asking to speak to her over the phone through his wife, spending some of his last breaths telling his story just hours before his appointment with the executioner.
The only thing I want anybody to know about Carlton Gary is the truth. You may not like this because I'm telling you the truth, but I'm just going to tell it to you.
The convicted stalking strangler in his own words from behind the walls of Georgia's death row.
Did you rape those women?
Absolutely not.
Did you kill those women?
Absolutely not.
Did you have any knowledge or anything to do with their murders?
Absolutely not.
That's 11alive.com investigator Jessica Knoll asking the questions. Carlton Gary asked his wife to set up the phone call, proclaiming his innocence as he has for decades, but this time just hours before his scheduled execution.
The truth is he's innocent, and they knew when they arrested him, before they arrested him, that he was innocent.
Gary was arrested in 1984. He was convicted in 3 of the 7 stalking stranglings. A survivor identified him as her attacker, but later tests of her clothing revealed someone else's DNA.
They did that poor woman wrong.
Yeah.
That woman did not know what was going on. She did not have a clue as to what happened. And when you saw me on TV surrounded by, again, all of these Caucasian police, and they identified me, as you just said, as the so-called stalking strangler, she's still waiting 27 more days before she reported this.
All of his appeals exhausted, Gary is still clinging to the evidence that he says proves the state is about to kill an innocent man.
So the only thing I want them to know is you got me wrong. The lies and stuff that they were talking about, I don't do that.
Well, if you're wondering why we only have one side of the story, we asked the DA in Columbus and Columbus police to look at the case file months ago. We were turned down because, amazingly, they consider this still an open case until Carlton Gary is dead. Tomorrow morning, we can look at the case files when there's nothing more that can be done. One more note, Jessica Knoll was supposed to be a witness here, but the Department of Corrections, because we talked to Carlton Gary over the phone, pulled her from the witness list. 11 Alive will be outside the gates instead. At 6 o'clock, we'll take a look at the evidence. Brendan Keefe, live in Jackson.
All right,
Melissa.
looking forward to hearing more about this. Certainly a very important interview to hear tonight. Thank you. You can watch and hear Brendan's full investigation on the stalking strangler, our exclusive hour-and-a-half interview with Carlton Gary online at 11alive.com. When you land there, just look under the investigator section.